G'day everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Ryan and this is Rise for Scent. So, I released my first video last week and I think it did really well. I'd like to thank everyone for watching it and for the lovely support that I received, especially from my Brisbane fragrance group. Guys, you are awesome. I actually came back from Brisbane today and the weather's cooled down, which is great. It means that I can keep wearing these heavier winter scents that I've really been enjoying lately, just a little bit longer before it starts warming up here in Australia and Queensland. Today I'm actually going to be reviewing a fragrance from the house of Dior, and the perfumer is Olivier Polch. It was released in 2005 and reformulated in 2011. I think this one's a good place to start. It already has like a big following. A lot of people like this fragrance, and some people might already have guessed what it is just from the hints that I've given. The fragrance is Dior Homme EDT. Now this one's actually had quite a few flankers since it was released. Mainly the Intense and the Parfum version. Now I say them in particular is because they have the same iris note that's predominant in this fragrance. I'd say with those ones that they're like slightly heavier and better suited to the cooler weather, whereas this one is definitely more versatile and you can wear it all year round. Even I pull for it in the warmer weather. I just wouldn't use it as a sport fragrance or anything like that. But yeah, it's definitely way more versatile. You can wear it, dress it up and dress it down. Like I'd wear it to a wedding, but I'd also wear it if I was going out to dinner or lunch with people. And ladies, this one is marketed for men, but it is 100% unisex. So I definitely know a few ladies who love to wear this fragrance. They love it on men and they love to smell it on themselves as well. Now, if you're a man who likes a masculine scent, this one's not going to be for you. This one is a little bit metrosexual. Now, the notes listed on Fragrantica for this fragrance are iris, cocoa, leather, lavender, amber, vetiver, bergamot, patchouli, sage. And I think for once, Fragrantica actually got this one pretty right. Now, in the beginning, in the opening, I definitely get a nice blast of bergamot, which really freshens the start of the fragrance up. I also, in the opening, get that beautiful woody iris that's slightly waxy. Now, a lot of people say that iris is like a lipsticky, makeup-y vibe, and to be honest, I don't really get that. I understand where people are coming from and why people say that, but I get more of a waxy, like a floral note with a woody floral note with a waxy vibe with a little bit of like soft leather in it. And the lavender that's also in this just really smooths out the top of the fragrance. If it's not too strong, which is good because I think it would over-dominate the iris note. As it starts to dry down, after about an hour to an hour and a half, it starts to dry down into the mid and you get more of that cocoa note that's in it. And I think the cocoa note is slightly dry and it brings a little bit of sweetness into the fragrance along with the amber in the base of the fragrance. Now, I think this one is a masterpiece. It is absolutely beautiful. For longevity and projection, I get about 7 to 8 hours longevity, which is really good. And the projection is probably about arm's length away up until about 4 hours, and then it starts to sit a bit closer to your skin. The use of iris, especially in a men's fragrance, is very unique, and I have to give full credit to Dior for thinking out of the box, trying something new, and guess what? It worked. Yes, it has a bit of a love-hate relationship with people, but overall, this was a really successful fragrance, and it's done so well for them. And there's been many copies of this fragrance after, since this one has been released by other designer houses. And currently I'm finding that's a bit of a problem in the fragrance designer realm at the moment in these designer houses, that a fragrance does really well and then they create fragrances off the success of those. They make their own versions of it. They get their own inspiration from a successful fragrance, and it's a bit disappointing, I have to admit. I really hope that these designer houses in the future start, bringing back the creativity from to their house and start releasing new, different kind of fragrances. Now, one of the main reasons I really wanted to make a video about this fragrance is the fact that they've re-released this fragrance into like a 2020 formulation, and even though the bottles might look very, very similar, the scents are nothing alike. And I haven't smelt the new one myself, but from what I've heard, it's a bit generic, nothing new, which is a bit of a shame. And I really hope that doesn't mean that this one's going to be discontinued. If they are going to, I hope they keep making this fragrance. I hope it becomes like Dior Homme original or something like that, and they keep it on shelves. So be a bit careful when you go to try this scent or you go to buy this scent. Make sure you're smelling the right one. Now, guys, do you like this fragrance as much as I do, or does the iris put you off? Let me know down in the comments. Also, if you like this video, please subscribe, like the video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.